dashing. Let's talk about this real quick. The first one is that it opens up your crush counter game. And it opens up your jump game. So two things. It opens up your crush counter game. It opens up your jump game. The crush counter game. The reason why it opens up your crush counter game is because for an opponent to hit you out of your dash, they have to either be on 100% focus mode on the dash, or they have to be pressing a preemptive button. That they read the dash is coming and they start pressing a couple of preemptive lights, preemptive strong, something to catch you out of your dash. Now, the focusing 100% on the dash is a lot harder to do than the I'm gonna stick out a couple of preemptive normals to catch you out of that dash. So keep that in your head. The reason why it opens up your crush counter game is because when the opponent is pressing those preemptive buttons to catch your dash, you press a crush counter button instead of your dash, and you crush counter them. Most crush counter buttons in this game are in that range, that same range that you're going to be dashing in. So for example, my roundhouse range with Ken. Bam. Oops. Bam. That max distance roundhouse that you want to press. I can even go further. Bam. Bam. Okay. This range is where I want to dash as well. So I could mix up the roundhouse with Ken with dash throw. This is also like a Ken lesson as well. This pretty much. But it's not just Ken. This is just about dashes. But anyway. Roundhouse. This is my crush counter button. If I know that my opponent is looking out for my dash and he's pressing those preemptive buttons to look out for my dash, to catch my dash from coming, because I'm Ken, I'm going to be dashing. And I could just mix up one dash with roundhouse. Like you thought I was going to dash. Why did he think that I was going to dash? Because I'm in that same range. I'm in the same range for the dash. I'm in the same range for the roundhouse. So your opponent's scared to press a button because you could crush counter him from this range. But what you could also do is dash up throw. But the crush counter is much scarier for your opponent than the dash up throw, because he's willing to take the dash up throw if it means that I don't get a crush counter roundhouse with Ken into combo, into huge momentum. So there's a mind game there, and you have to see which one your opponent is focused on. So if your opponent's just kind of doing this, you know, he doesn't want to get crush countered maybe, so you sneak in a dash throw. However, if your opponent's doing this, you know, they might be looking for the dash, because there's no reason for them to whiff a button from right here, you know, unless they really want to get whiff punished. But the thing is, with lights are very hard to whiff punish. They're very quick. But if they're throwing out these buttons, yeah, they can get whiff punished. However, you want to be throwing out those lights if you're looking out for the dash, just for that reason. With that being said, the lights are quicker than these buttons. So your opponent, because these buttons are quicker, is more likely to press more of these in a faster rate. Because you have to catch the dash. If you mess up, you don't catch it. So sometimes you got to be a little quick with it. You know, throw a couple. Oh, I think you're gonna dash. I think, you know, you're more likely. The person is more likely to press a button because it's quicker, and because of that sole reason, that's when you just crush counter, bada bing. And if you see the opponent's just chilling, you know, you got to be quick with it. You have to quickly analyze, is he doing this or is he doing this? Is he doing this or is he doing this? And by quick, I mean, you have to be, there is no hesitation once you commit to it. There's just no hesitation. once you commit to it, because you have to be so quick with your read. You can't just watch him do this for an hour. He's not going to do this for an hour. He's going to be doing other things as well. He's going to be doing other things. It's the gap that he shows you while he's doing the other things. The gap that he shows you while he's doing his other shit is when you immediately strike. And while you're watching him, you have to pay attention to what is he doing? What is he doing? The moment that he stopped pressing that button, that's when you were supposed to dash. You just got to know. You have to immediately know that he's not going to do it. You have to be very quick. Very, very quick and strike. Because nobody's just going to sit here like this. Nobody's going to do that for you to be like, okay, he's not pressing a button right now. He's not pressing a button right now. It's not going to work like that at top level play. We're going to mask this. We're going to disguise it. We're going to disguise it. Are you really thinking that I'm not going to press a button, or am I going to press a button? You don't know. But you have to be very quick. That's why a lot of times dashes work when there's like a trade-off of normals, and then, oop, are you quick enough to react to that? So you test your opponent's reaction. But anyway, so it opens up your crush counter game. Why do dashes open up your jump game now? So the reason why they open up your jump game is because, again, look at where you're dashing from. Around the same range that you have that ambiguous jump in. Around the same range that you have the ambiguous jump in. See? So while the opponent can be... You could dash at your opponent. Let's say you dash at your opponent 3 times in one round. Not 3 times in a row, but 3 times in one round. It would probably look something like this, right? Just by those 3 dashes, your opponent already is starting to think, man, my opponent's a nut. He's just dashing. And the way you could do is, second round, you're in that range again. He's gonna dash at me. I know he's gonna dash at me. Ah! That's what you do. So, once they're focused on the dash, because you've shown them that you're gonna dash, and Ken's very good at that, because Ken has the fastest dash in the game, and his jump fierce is very strong. It can be pressed a little higher in the air. Say you're playing that neutral, bam, regular throw. Are you gonna dash throw again? Are you gonna dash throw again? Are you gonna dash throw again? See? Pretty much all characters in this game can do throw into dash throw. Now this isn't real, is it? This isn't real because they could wake up, press a button. Let's show that. Record wake up action. Let's set it to a wake up 3 frame. Right. That's not real. But you see, they have to wake up button to hit you out of your dash throw again. They have to wake up button to hit you out of your dash throw again. So watch the momentum just. See? The amount of momentum you get from that. Oops, mistimed it. Oh, Jesus, Karen. I gotta do this shit early against Karen. 3 frame character, baby. Imagine that momentum that you get from that. Did that just drop? Hold on, I gotta test this. I'm not going crazy. Alright, there we go. Alright, anyway, so yes. They have to wake up, press a button, but that could lead to you gaining so much momentum. So they're most likely going to just block or walk back. But look what happens if they block. So the wake up options are off. Me personally, I would rather eat 3 dash throws than 1 throw into crush counter into me getting put in the corner and him having all the momentum. Just when you get the crush counter, it adds that oomph on your attack, and it makes the attacker feel so much more confident and powerful in the situation in Street Fighter V. So you can get away with more of these than you think you can. Usually the pattern that you see here in top players is this. We don't want to risk that many of them. That's just because we're a little more safe on our approach. But, you know, Fujimura, all these people getting away with your 4 throws in the corner, why do you think that is? It's because if you get clipped by a crush counter, all the momentum is on my side. But look at also what's happening while you're doing this. Momentum. Momentum. Extra momentum. So you're gaining momentum very, very quickly in the set, because once you throw them, you now have 2 options. Am I going to dash throw? Am I going to press the crush counter button? If either one of these work, I get a lot more momentum. I'm hitting him. He's getting closer to the corner. Pretty much it takes like, what, 2 forward throws for most characters to put you in the corner. So, bam, there's your 2 throws there in the corner. Even the 1 throw puts him on the side of the corner. So that's good for you. Or the crush counter. And the crush counter will most likely put them in the corner and just give you that extra momentum and extra stun and extra damage and extra meter and extra V meter. So that momentum can immediately hit your opponent's mind, causing him to crack quicker. If momentum is on your side, your opponent will crack quicker, as long as you don't crack.